Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. First,
Yes.
we'll start with how to open Colab. So I want all of you to open a new tab in your laptop, in your browser, and type colab.research.google.com and press enter. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the chat, or you can use the docs. TS are ready to answer your questions. And if you want me to stop somewhere, you can raise your hand. Vidatri, you can tell me to stop if somebody is raising a hand.
Okay, yeah, I'll.
So you have to type collab.research.google.com, and if you press enter, this tab will be opened. And to create a new notebook, just press new notebook. You should be getting the screen now. Okay, I hope everyone got it. So here, this is a cell. You can, in Colab, we have an option to add either a code cell or a text cell. This is a code cell. Here, you can write your Python commands and execute it. So this is actually very similar to the Jupyter notebooks, but this notebook will be saved in your Google Drive and you can access whenever you want. So for let's start with print hello world. You can write print of hello world, and for executing this code, this cell, you can press this button. It will take some time to connect. So we got the output hello world. Now you can try in your Colab sheet. I'll wait for 1 minute. Please raise your hands if you're not able to do this.
I think we can go ahead.
Okay. So here, if you want to add another cell, instead of writing in the same thing, writing in the same cell, you can hover. If you hover on this cell, you will get two options, either to add a text or code. Let's add a code. Then here, let's say you create a list. List 1 equal to some list. Let's say I want to create 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I want to print all the elements in the list one by one by using a for loop. So that time I'll just write for I or any variable if you can use in list 1 colon, press enter. It will automatically give you an indentation, so you can use that. Just write print of I and we'll execute this. You'll get it will print the numbers inside this list. Here I will take I will take the value of each element in this list. Let's say if suppose you want to use index instead of this, then you can directly give I'll use another for loop for I in range, using range function, give the length of the list 1 colon, then give print of list 1 of right. So if you print this, again you got here, I mean these three are the outputs from first for loop, and these three are the outputs we got from second for loop. So if you want to add text, basically text is for readability purpose. You can simply write for loop. You come here. So you can try this, and this using this collab sheet, you can try solving the problems which will be given later. Or if you have Anaconda installed, you can use Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook also will be very similar to this collab. You can use either. It's your wish. So I hope you have completed these. Now we'll start. I will show you some of the codes which you will be using, which will be needed for the questions. You can see how you can use different functions in Python. So this sheet will be shared with you. First, we will import the NumPy. Then here I have two arrays. One is a one-dimensional array of having numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And second one is a two-dimensional array having 1, 2, 3 in the first row, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the second row. So I'll run this. Now, whenever I run this, an array will be created and will be stored in these variables. Now, let me print the dimension of this array, of the first array. You can use shape function, that is array1.shape. This will return you the shape, that is the dimension. Here, 6, this is a tuple, which has one item, 6, which tells you that this array has 6 items in it. Now, let me try how to print the shape of the second array. So, syntax is same, print of array2 dot shape. Let me run this. So we got the output. It is 2, 3. We have 2 rows and 3 columns. Now, suppose you want to create a random numbers, you can use this rand function in NumPy. So this will create 6 floating point numbers in between the range 0 and 1. So I'll execute this. Now let me print the numbers. So here we have the numbers, which is generated randomly. Now we'll see how to perform statistical operations on this array. First, we have this mean function in NumPy, which will, if you give np dot np is the NumPy library, np dot mean of the array, this will return you the mean of this array. So if I print mean equal to this mean, you will get the result. So here we have the mean of this array. Now I'll try printing the median. So I think you can guess what will be the function name. It's just median only, np.median or array. So I'll print median. We got the median. Next, for the square root, square root of all the elements, you can use square root function. This will return square root of square root of the elements inside this array. Next, we have a function to return the standard deviation of the array, that is std, and this is the output. And for variance, var is the function. Okay, so now till now what you saw is the different statistical functions available in NumPy. Now I'll show you how to upload a data CSV file and how to perform some data analysis on it. So first, I'll upload the CSV file which I have locally in the machine. So for that, you have to click this icon, folder icon, and you have to right click and it will show a list. Then press the upload button, and I have the file here. So the grades is the file name. I click that and press open. So it will show a reminder, which means if this time is this uploaded file will be deleted if you reload. I mean, if you rerun it, basically, if the runtime is like if it is stopped and you want to run it again, then this local files will be deleted. So this is a disadvantage in Colab. So this option in this will not be a problem if you're running it in your local machine using Anaconda Jupyter Notebook. So I have uploaded this CSV file. CSV files are nothing but comma separated values. Okay. Okay. So I'll run this code, which will import the libraries Panda and matplotlib. Matplotlib is for plotting. Now to read the values inside this CSV file, use panda's read underscore CSV function. So pd dot read underscore CSV of give the file name. This will return data frame which will be stored in df underscore students. So I'll just print this to show how the data frame will look like. Okay, so this is how it will look. The column names, I mean the first row which you have in your CSV file will be taken as the column names. And the first column which you have, you need not have this. If you don't have, here in our file, we didn't have this column name. This is an index which will be allocated automatically by the pandas to the rows. So here 0 is the index of this row and 1 is the index of this second row. So now we'll see how to print the columns in the data frame. You can give list of data frame dot columns. So here we got all the column names, these values as a list. Now let's perform some different analysis on this data. First, let us see how to print the details of the students who have secured A grade in the subject. Okay, first we'll see the data. The data has first last name, the first name, and the SSN values of the students. Then the students mark in test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, final, and the grade. So these are the values we have. Now in the question it is given, you have to print all the details of the students who have secured A grade. So what we'll do is first we'll take the column grade and check who all got A in it. So here if you type df underscore students, that is the data frame of grades, this will return you the column. And you can give equal to A. What it will do is it will check which are all the rows which has A in it, which are all the rows which has the value of grade as A. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and that will be returned. And if you give df underscore students, that is data frame of those 3 rows, and these rows will be printed here. So we got 3 rows. So if you have another question asking print all the details of the students who got F grade, you can, what you have to do is take the row, the grade row, and check who got F instead of A. You have to replace it with F. And for printing the full column, all the values in the all the values in the row, just give the data frame name, data frame name of this statement. So if we change it to it, we have one row. So we have this person who got F. Next question is how many students are present in each grade. So we can see that there are different grades. First, what you do is I'll group the data frames based on the column grade. So for that, use the function group by. So data frame name dot group by of grade. This will return the groups. It will group all the rows, all the values in the data frame based on the grade, and it will return. This is stored in grade underscore groups. And to get the count, you have to use dot size. That will count how many items are present in each groups. And I want to create a new column and have to give, I am giving here the name of the column as count of students. And this is returned as a data frame here. If I print, and here I'm printing this data frame, I'll just show the output. So this is what we got, the grade and the count of students. This count of students is this name is defined by me here. So this function is just to rename the column which we have here. You can give any name. This size is the actual function which will count how many values are present in each group. So A group, that is the A grade, there are 3 people. So 3 people got A grade, 5 people got B grade. Similarly, others. Next is, let me plot this value as a bar graph and see how it looks. For that, use the function bar in my matplotlib. So bar plt dot bar of, give the x-axis and the y-axis. Here grade is the x-axis. The axis that column, just give the data frame name of column, the column name, and the y-axis. Then here I'm setting the title of the bar chart as number of students in each grade. So for seeing the output, use the show function. So here we got the bar graph. So you can see that A 3, B 5 people are there. Similarly, the others. Next is getting average scores of all the students. Average score in the sense we have, I think 5 different tests we have, test results we have. So you have average, sum all this and divided by 5 to get average score of this person. For that, first I'm just storing the values which I have to add. I mean the column names. I'm storing it as a list. So test 1, test 2, test 3, test 4, and final. Store it as a list. Then for finding the average, you just give the data frame name of this list. What it will do is it will take the values, these column values for all the rows in the data frame. Dot sum will sum all the values. So for the first person, it will take these 5 values and it will sum. It will add all these values. So data frame of the column names dot sum, and axis is equal to 1 because I want to add it in the column. Then you have to divide it by the length of the test names, because I have 5 tests in it. So if I give length of test names, it will return 5. So it will perform the average and it will return it as a separate column. So the entire thing will be column, because this function, this line alone will execute for all the rows in the data frame. I wanted to store it as a separate column in the data frame, separate column, and add it to the data frame which I already have. So what I did is, I have this data frame which we already have, right? So I took this data frame and I gave off this average. What it does is, this will create a new column in the data frame having the column name as average. So df students of average equal to this one will calculate the average for each student and it will store it in the average column. So if I print it, you can see that the new average, new column called average is added and the values are stored here. So this is how you add new columns and perform operations on the data. So we have prepared some questions which are very similar to the questions which I have explained now. We have also shared you this collab sheet.
Madam, how to do the same thing in Jupyter, madam? Jupyter
You
notebook.
have to open a Jupyter. You have to open a new notebook in Jupyter.
Yes, madam. We opened that Jupyter notebook, and how to import this CSV file, madam?
You have to have. I mean, you will have this Jupyter notebook in a directory, right? Have this CSV file also in the same directory, so that you can directly give uh, grades. Sorry, you can directly give grades. It will automatically import. Just have this notebook and the CSV file in same directory. Vidatri, can you show us example?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'll stop presenting my screen. Now Vidatri will be explaining on how to explaining your doubt on Jupyter Notebook.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so first, I hope all of you have installed Jupyter, Anaconda yesterday. From your start directory, open Jupyter Notebook here. Just click on this. This will open up a browser tab in some time. I hope you all got this. Once you got this, you can see this directory structure is your desktop directory structure. So every file, every folder that is there in your desktop will be visible here. Then wherever you want to create a notebook, whichever directory, just go there and hit new here and Python 3 notebook. This will create a notebook. Now, in the same directory, you also need to have the CSV file. Or if you have the CSV file in some other directory, then when you are giving the read CSV function, just mention the full path of the file. For example, here you can see that for reading a CSV file, I am using pandas.readcsv and then the CS file name directory. Instead, you can give C users or any whatever the directory structure until the file name. This will help you read the CSV file. Were you able? Okay. Please, I'll wait for 2 minutes. Let me know if you could not do this.
Madam, have you shared that CSV file, madam?
Santosh sir, has the files been shared already?
A CSV file is not with me.
See, I think I
I'll
sent the
send it
CSV file again. I think I did.
Vidatri,
You
you
send me
sent?
now.
Yeah, a while back, yeah.
Sir, I'll send you again, just in case.
Divya, will you send the grades file as well?
Yes, I'll send it.
Okay, both send to. Other than that, is everyone able to access the Jupyter notebook, collab sheet that Divya was presenting? Has it been shared, sir? The CSV files?
Santosh wrote in the chat box, it was shared, it seems.
Okay, so is everyone able to read the CSV file? Okay, I'll assume that you've all been able to do that. So we are planning to have some certain questions and let you try to use whatever you've learned on your, and if you have any doubts, you can ask and we'll discuss the solutions after some time. So I think Sir has shared a data set with the file called movieratings.csv. Now let us try to perform some tasks on the data set. So the first question is, give a count of movies that is released in the, I think this file is also been shared. So uh, please look into this file for the questions.
Madam, where it is there, madam? In the chat window, madam?
No, sir has mailed these files.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so the first question is, okay, yes.
Ma'am, we have not received the collab file that you are talking about.
Okay. Sir, Sampath sir, did the collapse link did not go to everyone?
Yeah, that was shared in the morning itself.
Okay.
I'll do it again. 1 second.
Yes. A morning. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm asking about the collab file that you just now presented and you told us that it will be shared. So,
Yes.
yeah, regarding that collab file, I'm
Yeah, just a second. Sir, that file was included along with the questions and the presentation as well. So can you make sure that it has been sent once? I gave the link to the.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll just share them.
Yeah. In the meantime, you can probably try to play around with some basic Python functions in the Jupyter Notebook or Colab, whichever you are using. Okay, sir has shared the files to you all. So you should be able to access the Jupyter Notebook, the collab sheet that was presented earlier as well. So this is the data set that we'll be using for this exercise. This data set has some films, their genre, and then Rotten Tomatoes rating, audience rating, budget, and year of release. You can read, I think this file has been shared, so please read this file into the Jupyter Notebook or Colab and then read them into a data frame. Once that is done, please try this. Give a count of, first question, give a count of movies that is released in the year 2009 with Rotten Tomatoes rating greater than 85%. So in the sheet, you can see that there is a column Rotten Tomatoes rating. Find out all the rows in which this value is greater than 85 and then count the number of such rows. If you have any doubts, you can ask, post it in either this document or you can raise your hand. Also, Divya, also please let me know if there are any questions in the documentation or any of that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Can I get a raise of hands on how many were able to solve this question? Okay. Do you have any doubts anywhere?
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Ma'am, I've tried the code, but
Okay.
what happened was during finding out that Rotten Tomatoes rating percentage,
Yeah.
I'm getting some error like invalid comparison between D-type INF64 and STR string. So.
Okay. How can I know how you're comparing?
I've used the same method that what you did for getting that grades.
Okay, let me just show the solution that I've written here, and if you can compare yours with this and say you can check where you got it. So the first question is to get the count of movies released in 2009 with Rotten Tomatoes rating greater than 85%. First, here I'm checking the year of release and getting all the rows which have year of release equals to 2009. Here, year of release is an integer, therefore, here year of release is compared with 2009. Once I get all the rows where year of release is 2009, I'll check for the column Rotten Tomatoes rating percentage, which is greater than 85. Here you probably used a string instead of integer, and that could be a reason why there was an error. So here we are using integer for the comparison. Rotten Tomatoes rating should be greater than 85. Once that is done, now I am taking a and of both, which is both 2009 and which has ratings greater than 85, and printing the length of that. Here, if you see, we get the output 10. Did everyone understand the question answer? Okay, I'll move on to the next question. So the next question is, which genre has most movies with audience rating greater than 70? So for this question, in the previous session when Divya was explaining, she used the group by clause to get the ratings, get how many people are there in each of the grade, right? You need to here group the group according to the genre. Please try this out.
That Shivaselvan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm seeing it is going very interactive. Good, right? Just one suggestion. Right?
Yes, sir.
After you give them some time to work on it, okay? Right? Maybe you can either copy and paste that solution onto the chat or into that online Jupyter book, right?
Okay, sir.
Is that solution Jupyter book accessible to them?
No, this hasn't been shared yet.
Okay, that's what. You can possibly keep one sharing Jupyter notebook file. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yes,
once
sir.
you give them sufficient time, then you can copy and paste this code onto that.
Okay.
So that they can take the solution from there.
Okay, sir.
Because see, I understand the online, right? The online hand holding cannot be as easy as the physical hand holding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So give them some. That's the right approach. Give them 10 minutes to solve a question or whatever, some time, right? And then possibly keep one separate Jupyter notebook where you'll paste the new solutions.
Okay.
Okay, Mama. It's just to help you out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, both you and Divya. Divya is also there.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Ma. Thank you so much. Okay. Should I ask some third years to come in?
I think there are some volunteers as well.
Okay, you take their help. Okay, Ma.
Yes, sir.
Bye. You're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'll paste. I hope this collab book is available to all. I am pasting the solutions at the end in the same Python programming session notebook.
Ma'am, we have not received this collab file yet.
Oh. Sir, this has been mailed, right?
You mean the two links, right?
Yes, sir. Collab link. Yes.
Yeah, I have already shared them.
Okay. Everyone must have gotten two links, right? One of them is this collab notebook link. Please check if you can access this.
If not, I'll resend if needed.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I am not able to get the chat option here so that I can read the chat or I can post anything.
You can post it in this Google Doc here if you have any question. This also has been mailed today morning. Okay, you can find this document in the morning, which has ATAL workshop Q&A documentation. Please find this and post your queries here. You can also ask if you have anything. Uh, Okay. Seems like everyone got the collab link. I'll give 2 more minutes to complete the second question. Then I'll discuss the solution for that.
Ma'am, I just wanted to make a request to please send the collab file because I have not received yet.
Okay, you have not received.
All other things are there, like the Word file for posting our questions, the CSV file, and
Okay.
other PPTs, but not the collab file link, ma'am.
Okay. Um, Sir, can you take up?
Yeah, I'll like resend them. Is there anything else you wanted to share with them now?
No, sir, that's
Any other
Sir, I
all.
have,
files? No, right?
sir, I
No,
have
sir.
mailed you
With that,
the
three marks
CSV
are
file.
here. If they already have the doc file, you can put the collab link in the doc file. They can access it from
Okay.
there.
Okay. Divya, can you put the
Yeah.
doc file? Yeah.
You want me to put it in the?
I think the shareable link is there with you, right? Can you?
Okay, yeah.
The collab link has been added at the start of the doc. So please try to open this link and see if you can access it.
The link is also pasted in the question docs as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. See.
Uh, can I know if anyone was able to finish the second question? Please raise your hand if you were able to finish the second question. Okay, now I'll discuss the solution for the second question. So the question is to get the genre with most movies which have audience rating greater than 70%. Now here initially I am creating the data frame separately with all the rows which have audience rating greater than 70. To that I'll check if the audience rating column has greater than 70 value in it and take all the data frames with that value, which passes this condition. Once that is done, we use the group by clause to group the data frame by genre and then take up the size of each of those genre, each of the genre. And once that is done, here reset index and name equal to counts is used to create another index similar to what Divya did when she was presenting to find out the people who have to find out the number of people in each grades and create a separate index out of it. Once this is done, this ID max is the function used to get the maximum value which in the data frame which has maximum value for the index. Actually, let me first execute. Here you can see, or here when we group by genre and take the size, each of the genre has the count. Action has 41 movies with greater than 70 rating and adventure has 10. Comedy has 37, drama 42. Now here to this, I add reset index name equals to counts. This will create another column counts for and indexes will be reset based on this. Once this is done, I'll take the maximum out of this, which is 42. That's why here genre is drama and count is 42. This is how you get the picture. I have pasted the solution in the Colab notebook that we've shared just now. You can refer to here and if you have any doubts, please put it in the top or unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay, so the third question here is a simple one. We just need to get the list of all the action movies which are released in the time frame 2008 to 2011, both including. So you need to give a condition on the column genre, which makes sure that it is action, and also on the year of release, make sure it is anything between 2008 and 2011.
Hello,
One more
ma'am.
thing.
Yeah,
Hello, ma'am.
hello.
We are getting some background voice in the kind of some music. Is there
Okay.
anything in background? Because
I'll
it's
check that.
going to be disturbed. Okay, fine. Now it's fine. Thank you, ma'am.
Attendance sheet for the afternoon session has been mailed. You can just check your mails.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Madam, that whatever the answers you are posting, yeah, it is not shared in that link, madam. The shareable link.
Oh, okay. Is it available now?
Yes, madam. Okay, madam.
Okay. When you're posting an error, please mention which line is giving the error as well, so that it will be easier for us to understand and debug the error.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I didn't receive any mail regarding attendance.
Santosh sir.
Yes, we didn't receive.
Santosh sir is
Yeah, tell me.
no, someone just said they didn't receive attendance mail.
Okay, I'll just like check it. Okay, yeah, I'll send it.
Okay. Can I see how many were able to do the third question? Okay, let me discuss the solution for this. So here we want to get all the movies, all the action movies which are released between 2008 and 2003. So first, we'll get all the rows which are of the
Ma'am.
genre is.
For 15 like that will go, ma'am. Going there, sitting only.
Yeah, first we will get all the rows which are of the genre action. Once we get it, we'll also get all the movies which are released after 2008 and before or equal to 2011. This condition will give us all the data frames which are of genre action and are released in between 2008 and 2000. I posted the solution to the common collab sheet. If you have any questions, please post. Have any doubts on the working of it, please post the question in the documentation.
No.
Madam, I think you need to post that data frame creation also, madam, in this shareable file.
Yes, so the data frame creation is posted in the share file.
No, no, madam, it is not available, madam.
This line is not available.
No, madam, the data frame creation is not available.
Can you check it 1 second?
Yes, madam, I already verified, madam.
Vidatri, I think it is
Yeah.
saved now. I am able to check
Okay.
it. I am getting it. It's saved.
Here you okay, okay, it's saved just now.
Movie rating.csv, na?
Yes.
You use the Panda.
I need to practice over that data, na? Movie rating.csv.
That has been uploaded here. Divya,
Hello.
can you get that as well?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Madam, I need to practice over the movie rating.csv data, na?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Vidatri, that file
So
is
I need to practice in the same collab window or another collab?
No, please create a different node.
I need to in different collab, na? I need to
Yeah,
practice in
yeah. Yes.
Okay. And I need to share with you, na?
You don't need to share it with us, sir. You can practice this on your own. If you get any questions or if you get any error, then please share it with us.
Okay. Thank you.
Madam, the third one is not available in the shareable file, madam. The third one, the third answer.
Okay, let me just save it. I think it will take some time to be saved.
It is available in the answers.
Answers
Answers for practice session.
Okay. Please, if you're not getting it, just wait for some time. It might have some delay.
Now, okay, madam.
Before moving on to the next question, is there anyone who could do any of the three problems completely without any issues? Can you raise your hand? Everyone's facing some issues. Okay, I'll go to the next section. The next part is mostly on plotting. This should be interesting. The first question here is to study the correlation between audience rating and Rotten Tomatoes rating with the help of scatter plot. So one of the axes should be audience rating, another axis should be a Rotten Tomatoes rating, and take those two data in a list and then plot a scatter plot on them. On how to plot scatter plot, I think in the presentation there was an example. You can refer to it for understanding how to plot scatter plots. So the correlation between audience and creating
Hello, Vidya. Oh, I think we can't hear you properly. I don't know if I'm the only one facing this issue.
Is it breaking?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
breaking.
it is breaking, I guess. It's not at all clear.
Yeah, we couldn't hear anything. Just breaking
Divya,
again.
is it possible for you to take on these two questions?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Sorry,
perform.
I think my net is bad.
That is having some internet issues, so I'll be taking. Vidatri, you can stop sharing.
I stopped.
Yeah. This one, right?
Yeah.
Which one? This one?
No, this is the
Okay.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. So.
Divya, just a second.
Yes, sir.
Like make sure that you have you received attendance sheet and you have filled it, because responses will be closed in another 2 minutes. Yeah, Divya, you can continue.
Yes, sir. So the first question is, study the correlation between audience rating and Rotten Tomatoes rating with the help of scatter plot. Let us see how we should solve it. So, okay, so first we are taking the audience rating column. We're taking the values in the audience rating column and storing it in this variable audience rating. And we are taking the Rotten Tomatoes ratings column and storing here. And we are applying the scatter plot. This is a scatter function which is available in matplotlib. So first you import the library here, matplotlib.pyplot as matplot as plt. Then use the scatter function and plot scatter plot and plot it using this function. So give the x-axis and y-axis. If you give plot show, then you'll be able to see this graph. And if you feel that you have to change the color and the shape of these dots, then you can use the additional parameters which are given. So here color will give you the orange. And here we have also given the title for this graph, the X label and the Y label. You can see audience rating, Rotten Tomatoes rating, and we have plotted. This is the basic graph which you will be getting. If you want to do any changes on how it looks, you can use the parameters, additional parameters which are supported. I'll copy paste this in the collab sheet which was shared. So you can copy pasted the solution. And once you're done with that, you can start the next question. The next question is determine the popularity of the genre of movies with the help of pie chart. So we have also showed how to draw a pie chart in the morning session. You can use that. Since that was an easy question, I'll discuss the answer now. Probably you might have got the correct graph. So this is the answer. First, we are taking the data. First, we are taking the genre column, and for every cell, that is for every value inside the genre column, we are creating a dictionary to count what are all the how many values are present in each genre. We need both the name as well as the count. So here we are creating a dictionary first, empty dictionary. Then we are checking if that value, the value in the column is already present in the dictionary. If it is not there, we are creating a new key having the genre name. So and we are assigning the count as 1. So whenever you are whenever you are reading the same genre, then you will update the count. So this is the genre name and the count of that genre. And using this, you can you can plot the pie chart. So then we are taking the dictionary, we are putting the labels and the values, and using the plot pie function, we are plotting these values. These things you might have seen in the morning session. Only thing is you have to count what is the, you should create a dictionary or in some other way. You should be able to count what is the genre and how many items and how many values are present in that row. Like it's a comedy, it has 172 values. 172 times comedy was there. So I'll copy paste these in the doc. Data frame here. We got this pie chart. So the next question is, for each year mentioned in the data set, do a comparison of count of the movies released in action genre and comedy genre. Probably can try this now.
Hello, madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Madam, session is up to 4:30, madam, or 5 o'clock, madam?
4:30 only.
Okay.
There is the last question. We'll wind up in 5-10 minutes.
Okay, madam.
Sir, we'll try to wind up in another 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, I hope you have solved the question. Now we'll discuss the answer. So, this was nothing. Okay, so the question is for each year mentioned in the dataset to a comparison of the count of the movies released in action genre and comedy genre. So first, basically, you need to find what are all the years we have. For that, I mean, okay, for finding the year, first you need to check. We have used a list of cost of year.keys. Basically, this is nothing but you have to loop through the data set we have and find what are all the year. You can find the year in the column year of release. So first you find the year, what are all the unique years which you have in that column. We have used the data here. We have used a dictionary that will like similar to what we have did here. We have created a dictionary key for a genre, right? Similarly, you create a dictionary for each year and check. We have checked how many times that year was present. So, and if you take that dictionary.keys, that will give the keys. That will give the years. So that's what we have did cost per year. This is actually related to this question. Dot keys will give you the year, and we need to find like in each year. I mean the genre action. What are all? I mean how many values we had. So we'll create an empty dictionary of action year and comedy year, and for every index we'll go through each index. That means we'll go to each row and check first whether the genre is action. Data of genre will return the genre row of index. If you give, it will access each row in that genre column. So you're checking whether it's an action. If it is an action, then we are checking the release of year, and it is in that it is all. If we already have some keys, if we already have this as a key, then you can directly put +1. If we don't have it, then create a new item in the dictionary by having the key as the year. So this will create the keys and you put the count as 1. So next time when you hit the same year, you will just increment the count. Similarly, we are creating a dictionary for genre as well. So data of genre of that index, that is the row, you go through each row. We're checking first if that is a comedy. If yes, we are checking if we already have that key value pair in our dictionary. Our dictionary name is comedy here. If we don't have, then create a new key. If we already have it, then just increment the count. Then since we have to compare two different dictionaries here, we are going to create a bar chart with a shift. So for the shift, we are just giving a plus 0.25. This is just 0.25 is just where you want to start this graph, this bar graph. And we have the count, which will you can get the count from the dictionaries dot values, which will return the values in the dictionary. And we are creating it, making it as a list and storing in this variable. Similarly for the comedy genre as well. Then first put a bar for the action, that is the red color ones. Then create a bar for the comedy count with the shift here. This is here the list of years plus this 0.25, that is for the shift. This should be shifted, right? That's why this 0.25. Then we are just giving the label names, X label, Y label, and the title, and we are giving plot show. This will give the bar graph with, this is basically two bar graphs combined together. This is used when you're comparing two different features, like here you have to compare action and comedy on the same bar graph. So you can create using shift, like you can shift the bar graph and you can compare it easily. So we'll be we'll be uploading this as well as the homework questions answers in this collab sheet now. You can try this when you are, you can try this as homework. So this completes our session. If you have any doubts, you can ask. The last one.
Yeah, Divya, continue. Sorry.
It may look a bit difficult because we wrote so many things, but it's actually very easy. Once if you look into the answers, then it will be you can understand it very easily. Yes, sir, that's it. We'll be uploading the answers.
Okay, if any participants have any doubts, you can ask, or we shall wind up for today. Any participants who have any doubts or any other clarifications that were needed?
Excuse me, sir.
Ma'am.
Yeah, this Archana H. Sir, the issue is the same thing. I have not got the attendance links. Morning also I have asked about it. Then later I got it.
Okay.
But afternoon's link I have not got, sir.
Ma'am, just a minute. Okay, ma'am, I'll send you now.
Can you just mail that, sir?
Sure, ma'am. I'll do that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So, any other clarifications? Okay, I guess we have come to the end of today's session, and thank you very much for your participation. I hope.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sir, tell me, sir.
Thank you for the programming session, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for the session, ma'am.
Okay, sir. And tomorrow's session will be starting at 10 o'clock. So you can use the same link that was shared with you. Everyone can join by 9:50. Thank you so much for your participation. Have a good day. Archana ma'am, if you are still there, just check your mail. I have again sent you the link for afternoon's attendance.